competition with a £68 million star on Liverpool's radar. Liverpool and Arsenal are looking to sign Pino this summer. The 19-year-old Villarreal winger is a hot property and could potentially make it to the Premier League. This week, Liverpool sent scouts to watch the talented Spaniard, according to Fabrizio Romano. However, the latest reports on Friday suggest that Pino may choose Arsenal if there are offers from both teams. There is no doubt that Anfield has been a much more attractive proposition for footballers than life at the Emirates Stadium in recent years. But Arsenal could win if Pino, with the £68 million release clause, finds himself forced to make a decision between both Premier League sides. Given Mohamed Salah's contract extension at Liverpool and Luis Diaz will likely be the Merseysiders' left-hand option in the near future, Pino will not play regularly under Jürgen Klopp. You could argue that Gunners also line up between Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli with excellent attack options. However, Saka has yet to agree on a new contract in North London, and Martinelli's current deal is only valid for 2 years. If Mikel Arteta fails to qualify for the Champions League for Arsenal this season, it's really not ridiculous to believe someone could leave North London next summer. And while Nicolas Pepe is expected to leave this summer, Arteta definitely has room for one of Pino's classics. Underestimating Liverpool is always a big gamble, but this is a 19-year-old player. He needs to play regularly for his development, and his first-team prospects in the coming years could be better at Arsenal than Liverpool. However, if we look at it from Liverpool's point of view, this transfer may be the trigger for another transfer. If Arsenal make an official offer for Pino, they will probably have sacked Bukayo Saka, and their contract extension talks with Saka will not yield any positive results. We told you that Liverpool were interested in Bukayo Saka at the beginning of the summer. Klopp wanted to see the young star in his team, but the offer was not submitted as the ongoing contract extension talks with Arsenal were not concluded. In fact, Fabrizio Romano stated that Liverpool was waiting in ambush and Saka would raid in case of a possible conflict. If we are brainstorming in the light of this information, Liverpool can both force Arsenal to add Pino to the squad and can also knock Saka out if they lose Pino. A perfect transfer plan, no matter how you look at it. Although Bukayo Saka is a mature player, Pino is younger and open to development. Although neither player will come to Anfield to take part in the starting lineup, it is not known what time will show. There is almost no alternative to Mohamed Salah, and the two players who could be the long-term successors of that region are also quite young. So it fits this profile. Moreover, both players will come to a team where they can learn more from Mohamed Salah. As a profile, he has the features that can be Salah's heir with two names. From Klopp's point of view, Saka would be the boss's first choice. His Premier League experience and now a proven talent put him ahead of Pino. The transfer policy of Julian and his team seems to be talked about a lot again. So, if you had the chance to choose one of the two players, would you prefer Pino or Saka? Liverpool are keen to sign the Milan star whose contract expires in 2024. According to Italian sources, Liverpool are interested in signing Milan midfielder Ismail Bennacer, whose contract expires in 2024. Liverpool faced an injury crisis in the midfield in the first phase of the season. Thiago Alcantara and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain went off the field. Naby Keita is still in the process of restoring match fitness and hasn't played much. That's why the Reds connected with different players on their speculation that they could enter the market to fix their injury issues. Ismail Bennacer is the last on Reds' shortlist, with the midfielder having a great season and leading his team to Scudetto after an 11-year wait. Under Stefano Pioli, he valued the role of a deep playmaker midfielder responsible for putting the defense on the line and made 40 appearances. His performance caught the attention of many top clubs, and now Liverpool has joined the fray for the player. The Reds may be impressed by the fact that Bennacer is available for a relatively nominal fee due to his versatility, as well as the fact that his contract is up. The situation is that the Algerian player did not show any positive signs of a contract extension with Milan. Liverpool fans are advocating for a new signing after seeing their first two Premier League games of the season draw them behind their rivals, Manchester City. The rivalry between the two teams is so intense that each lost point can leave gaps in the future that cannot be closed. It would be wise to assume that throughout the season we will need a stronger squad depth that can help us fight on all fronts. Ismail Bennacer has a different talent than the midfielders at the club. It could be a shrewd song that will provide the set and, if serious interest is followed, will define our season in May. Darwin Nunez proved the importance of the forgotten Liverpool star who could ignite the title race. As Liverpool seek their first win of the Premier League season at Old Trafford against Manchester United, Jürgen Klopp will be looking for a double boost as players start coming back from the sidelines. So far, the 2022-2023 campaign has seen similar early warning signs to the previous injury crisis that helped Nat Phillips and Reece Williams steer the Reds to Champions League places. These are situations Klopp would want to avoid in his quest to stop Pep Guardiola from winning a third consecutive Premier League title. The removal of Darwin Nunez has not only helped an already exhausted squad, but also highlights the importance of one of Liverpool's standout stars in recent years, Diogo Jota. The unfortunate injury of the 25-year-old, who signed a new long-term deal earlier this month, had a bad start to the season. Senegalese national forward Mané has gone to Bayern Munich and is now next in line for Luis Diaz, who has taken the left-wing position himself since arriving from Porto. But in games without Nunez where Liverpool need a clinical striker, Jota offers a stronger option than Roberto Firmino, who has been more successful in dealing with players like Manchester City. Jota averaged one goal contribution every 124 minutes in the Premier League last season, most of which consisted of 15 goals in 27 games played since the start. These stats make the Portuguese international player's availability throughout the season vital for Klopp. Returning in September, Liverpool's number 20 will need time to regain sharpness after the pre-season interruption, but all hope is in his rejoining after fully recovering from a recurring hamstring injury in the summer. Without him, the expected workload of Diaz and Nunez would have reduced the team's risk of winning a match. While there was never any doubt about the former Wolves winger's impact on Merseyside after his first season, the red card dismissal of the new leader, who joined the team on a record transfer this summer, made it even more important. While Liverpool no longer lacks a series of stars to count thanks to the suspension of Nunez among them in September, Jota appears to be one of Klopp's most important in terms of value. His comeback will be perfectly timed as the Reds try to bounce back into the title race that started poorly.